Welcome to Max Premieres. This month arrives loaded with titles that are totally worth it. From romantic thrillers that end in murder, to modern westerns with ex-Navy SEALs, post-apocalyptic mysteries, and revenge dramas that will keep you glued to the screen. Today we're going to go through 13 major releases on different platforms, new series, and highly anticipated returns. But before starting the video, it would help me tremendously if you took a moment to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your kind support. Number 13. 56 Days. A casual encounter at the supermarket and everything changed forever. Tiara and Oliver look at each other, like each other, and within days they're already living together. The romance is intense, passionate, one of those that consume you completely. But here's where it gets dark. 56 days after meeting, police find a body brutally murdered in the apartment. And not only that, the corpse was left there on purpose to decompose. Who killed whom? That's the question you'll be asking yourself throughout the 8 episodes. The series jumps between two timelines. On one hand, you see how this toxic relationship full of secrets, manipulations, and lies develops, and on the other, you follow the detectives trying to piece together the puzzle with the few clues they have. Dove Cameron and Avon Jogia have chemistry that makes you uncomfortable in the best way. You never know who's playing whom. The truth is that if you liked series like You or Behind Her Eyes, this one will hook you from the first episode and won't let you go until the end. Number 12. Vanished. Imagine this. You're on the romantic trip of your life through France with the love of your life. Everything seems perfect. The landscapes, the food, the nights together. You fall asleep on the train to Arles, and when you wake up, your boyfriend is simply gone. Vanished. Just like that. No trace, no explanation, no goodbye. That's exactly what happens to the protagonist, who has to go from love-struck tourist to improvised detective in a matter of hours. What starts as a desperate search turns into something much darker when she discovers that the man she thought she'd build a life with had secrets she never imagined. Clandestine meetings, fake names, a past that refuses to stay buried. Kaylee Cuoco leads the cast alongside Sam Claflin, and the chemistry between them works really well on screen. Note that the series was filmed in real locations in Paris and Marseille, so visually it's an absolute delight. With only 4 episodes, it's perfect for binge watching on a rainy afternoon. Número 11. Marshals. Si viste Yellowstone y te quedaste con ganas de más Case Dutton, prepárate porque esta serie es básicamente su continuación espiritual. El rancho ya no existe, la familia está destruida, y ahora el protagonista necesita encontrar un nuevo propósito en la vida. Lo encuentra uniéndose a una unidad de élite de alguaciles federales en Montana, donde combina sus habilidades de vaquero con su entrenamiento militar como ex-Navy SEAL para cazar a los fugitivos más peligrosos del país. Luke Grimes regresa al papel que lo hizo famoso, y verlo en acción fuera del drama familiar funciona sorprendentemente bien. Jill Birmingham también vuelve como Thomas Rainwater, manteniendo esa conexión con el mundo que conocemos. Bueno, hay una ausencia notable en el elenco que sugiere que algo muy malo pasó entre temporadas. El tráiler deja entrever que hay un duelo importante de por medio y que eso motiva muchas de sus decisiones. Taylor Sheridan sigue como productor ejecutivo, así que espera ese tono crudo y violento que caracteriza a toda la franquicia. Number 10. The Burbs. Samira and Rob are a young couple who move to the suburban neighborhood where Rob grew up, supposedly the safest town in America. Everything seems perfect until Samira starts to become obsessed with the abandoned house across the street. The neighbors tell her that something terrible happened there years ago, but nobody wants to give details. When a strange man buys the property and moves in, Samira decides to investigate on her own. With the help of her new neighbors, who turn out to be as nosy as she is, she discovers secrets from the past that endanger the entire neighborhood. The series stars Keke Palmer as Samira and Jack Whitehall as Rob. Also starring are Julia Duffy, Paula Pell, and Mark Proksch as the nosy neighbors. Justin Kirk plays the weird guy who moves into the house. The series is a reimagining of the 1989 movie with Tom Hanks, but adapted to the current era. It mixes comedy with mystery and has that tone of something's not right in this perfect suburbia that works. All 8 episodes are available together on Peacock, ideal for binge watching over a weekend. Just don't expect extreme horror. It's more mystery with tense moments and quite a bit of comedy. Número 9. Lo último que me dijo, temporada 2. ¿Qué harías si tu esposo desapareciera de la noche a la mañana, dejando solo una nota críptica que dice «protégela»? La primera temporada nos dejó con el corazón en la mano cuando finalmente descubrimos la terrible verdad sobre ese hombre misterioso que parecía perfecto. Ahora, 5 años después, él aparece de nuevo, y tanto la protagonista como su hijastra se ven envueltas en una desesperada carrera contra el tiempo para reunir a su familia antes de que el peligroso pasado las alcance definitivamente. Lo que lleva a esta serie al puesto 3 es cómo equilibra magistralmente el thriller con el drama familiar de una manera que pocos logran. La relación entre madrastra e hijastra fue el verdadero corazón emocional de la primera temporada, y verlas enfrentar nuevos peligros juntas es precisamente lo que nos tiene esperando con tanta ansias. Esa conexión genuina que construyeron a pesar de las terribles circunstancias es conmovedora de principio a fin. Jennifer Garner demuestra una vez más por qué es considerada una de las mejores actrices de su generación. Number 8. The Artful Dodger, Season 2. From pickpocket child surviving on the streets of London to respected surgeon in colonial Australia of 1,850. But nimble fingers have memory, and the world of crime keeps calling loudly when you least expect it. This imaginative sequel to Oliver Twist reimagines what happened to one of Charles Dickens' most beloved characters decades after the original events. The first season ended, leaving us wanting so much more, and the second promises to take the story to new and exciting adventures. The romantic chemistry between the protagonists is absolutely undeniable. He constantly torn between his dark past and his promising future, she defying all the norms of her time to become the colony's first female surgeon. The villain's performance is simply perfect, creating a character you can't help but like a little, despite all his evil deeds. Well, the series mixes passionate romance, thrilling action, and period drama in a way that works surprisingly well in each episode. Number 7. Dark Winds, Season 4. Red sand as far as the eye can see, landscapes that seem from another planet, and crimes that mix the earthly with the supernatural in disturbing ways. That's exactly what this series set in the Navajo Nation of the 70s offers, a unique setting on television. 2 tribal police officers patrol absolutely vast territories where white man's laws don't always apply, and the ghosts of the past never rest in peace. The truth is that what makes this series special is how it deeply respects Navajo culture while telling crime stories that could happen anywhere in the world, but only work within this very specific and fascinating context. The lead performance is absolutely brilliant, a tormented man who carries his own demons while trying to bring justice to his community. It features renowned executive producers who bet on telling different stories and representing voices we rarely hear. Talented new actors join the cast for this highly anticipated 4th season. Number 6. Detective Alex Cross, Season 2. After 2 legendary actors playing the role in film, someone finally arrived who captured the true essence of the character from James Patterson's novels. The first season introduced us to a detective and forensic psychologist completely obsessed with understanding the minds of the most twisted killers, while dealing with the devastating trauma of having lost his wife in violent circumstances. In this second season, the main case involves a new mysterious vigilante who is systematically eliminating corrupt billionaires from the city. Wow, the series has really dark and disturbing moments that are definitely not for all stomachs. Renowned new actors join the cast as characters who promise to complicate absolutely everything, and the dynamic with his detective best friend remains one of the strongest points of the narrative. Amazon renewed the series even before the first season premiered, which says a lot about the confidence they have in this project and its main protagonist. Number 5. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Season 2. Look, this is not your typical series of giant monsters destroying cities senselessly. Here, what really matters are the people, their family secrets, and how their lives connect with creatures that have existed long before humanity walked the earth. The first season took us on an emotional journey spanning half a century, revealing the origins of the secret organization that studies the Titans. Father and son play the same character at different times in his life, and the dynamic between both actors works incredibly well on screen. The visual production is impressive, with special effects worthy of the movies in the cinematic universe, although some fans complain that there's not enough screen time for the creatures. But that's precisely part of the charm, building dramatic tension before the big reveals that leave you breathless. The cast includes recognized Hollywood names alongside emerging talents that pleasantly surprise. The second season promises to expand even further this universe that began in 2014. Number 4. The Lincoln Lawyer, Season 4. While other lawyers have luxurious offices in skyscrapers with panoramic views, this one prefers the back seat of his Lincoln Town Car to receive clients, and it works perfectly. The series, based on Michael Connelly's novels, combines legal drama with thriller in a way that keeps you hooked episode after episode without being able to stop. Each case seems impossible to win. The evidence points against, witnesses lie, but there's always a clever way to turn the situation around. Manuel Garcia Rulfo has managed to make completely his own a character that Matthew McConaughey previously played in film, and many say he has far surpassed him. Neve Campbell as the prosecutor ex-wife brings a very interesting dynamic to the plot. I mean, that constant tension between the love that still exists between them and the professional differences that separate them creates memorable moments. The only thing some criticize is that sometimes the pace drops a bit in the middle episodes, but the final twists always more than make up for the wait. Number 3. Paradise, Season 2. It's no coincidence that this series occupies this position in the ranking. The first season was nominated for the Emmy for Best Drama Series, and the lead performances received well-deserved recognition from specialized critics. What makes it deserve third place is the absolutely unique combination of mystery, political drama, and science fiction that doesn't resemble anything else on television currently. A Secret Service agent trapped in a nightmare where a former president was brutally murdered inside an underground bunker that hides devastating secrets for all humanity. The creator of This Is Us demonstrates he can do much more than make us cry with family dramas. Here he keeps you hooked while manipulating your emotions in completely unexpected ways. The final twist of the first season absolutely changed everything we thought we knew about the story. This second season promises to answer the question we're all asking ourselves: what really happened outside the bunker? Number 2. The Night Agent, Season 3. From answering a phone that never rang in the basement of the White House to chasing traitors through the streets of Istanbul, that has been the evolution of the protagonist of one of the most watched series in Netflix history, a meteoric rise that few characters achieve. In this third season, the mission is to locate a young treasury agent who fled with sensitive government information after murdering his own boss. What seems like a simple hunt turns into something much bigger when he discovers a dark money network that threatens to bring the government to its knees and expose secrets that nobody wants to come to light. Jennifer Morrison and Stephen Moyer join the cast, bringing dramatic weight. Let's say the romantic interest from previous seasons doesn't appear this time, things didn't end well between them, and it shows. What puts it in second place are its brutal audience numbers. The series was Netflix's most watched in 2023, and the second season didn't disappoint, so expectations for this return are very high. It's pure, well-executed action, fast pace and twists that keep you glued to the screen. Well, it has something few series achieve, being addictive without needing to reinvent anything, just being very good at what it does. Number 1. Bridgerton, Season 4. In elegant London high society of the early 19th century, 8 siblings from the powerful Bridgerton family seek true love while navigating dazzling balls, courtly intrigues, and the gossip of the mysterious Lady Whistledown, whose scandal column can destroy reputations with a single word. Each season follows the romantic story of a different sibling. This time, it's Benedict's turn, a bohemian artist who is captivated by a mysterious woman dressed in silver during a masquerade ball. She disappears, leaving only a white glove, and well, what Benedict doesn't know is that she is Sophie Beck, a young woman who works as a maid for the cruel Lady Araminta Gun. The story has all the elements of Cinderella, but with Bridgerton's characteristic drama. What firmly places this series in first place is its unprecedented cultural impact. Bridgerton doesn't just dominate the most watched lists, it literally changed the way period romance stories are told on television. It inspired an entire wave of similar productions, made period dresses fashionable, created a trend with its string quartet versions of modern pop songs. The truth is that more than a series, it's a phenomenon that transcends the screen and becomes global conversation every time it returns.
Number 12. Steal. Okay, imagine a professional thief who lives in the shadows of organized crime. Meet Zara Dunn, played by Sophie Turner. Zara is an expert in high-level heists. She knows how to get in and out without leaving a trace. But when she takes a job that seems routine, everything goes wrong. What looked like a simple plan turns into a deadly trap. That's where Luke comes in, played by Archie Madekwe. He's an accomplice with secrets of his own who works with Zara to make it out alive from the mess they're in. Together, they have to dodge betrayals, chases, and a plan that could cost them everything. The premise mixes heist thriller with survival drama. Sophie Turner appears in a role completely different from Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones. We'll see if the chemistry between Turner and Madekwe works, and if the story has enough punch to stand out among so many thrillers. Number 11. Bookish. Imagine an old-fashioned, obsessive, and totally odd detective stuck in a small British town where the murders feel like they're pulled straight from classic novels. Meet Gabriel Book, played by Mark Gatiss. Book is a guy who reads everything, quotes classic literature in every scene, and solves crimes using references from old books. His assistant Trotty and the young Jack help him untangle murders that seem directly inspired by Agatha Christie. It's basically Sherlock Holmes with 50% dark British comedy. Book is not a normal detective. He's eccentric to the extreme, and that makes every case unpredictable. The crimes are tied to literature, which gives it a unique twist. The series has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and honestly, it's incredible. It's charming, smart, and perfect for fans of classic mysteries. Mark Gatiss's performance mixes dry British humor with moments of real tension. If you like Knives Out or you're a fan of Agatha Christie, don't miss it. Number 10. Runaway. Here's how it goes. Simon Green is a normal guy with a seemingly perfect family. But one day his daughter Paige disappears without a trace. Simon starts searching for her desperately, and that's when he discovers that his family hides secrets he never imagined. Each clue pulls him deeper into a dark world of lies. James Nesbitt plays Simon with an intensity that grabs you from the very first minute. The series is based on a novel by Harlan Coben, so you already know unexpected twists are coming. Minnie Driver also appears as Ingrid, adding more layers of mystery to the story. It has 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's been well received overall. It's one of those thrillers that keeps you hooked, wanting to know what happens next. If you like Harlan Coben stories full of suspense, this one is for you. Number 9. His and Hers. Imagine this. Anna Andrews has been hiding from the world for a year after losing her baby. She worked as a journalist in Atlanta, but now she wants nothing to do with anyone. Everything changes when a woman is brutally murdered in her hometown in Georgia. Anna decides to return to report on the case, but when she arrives, she's hit with an unpleasant surprise. The detective in charge is Jack Harper, her estranged husband. Oh, and to make it worse, Jack was sleeping with the victim. From there, Anna and Jack investigate the same murder from opposite sides. Each clue drags them deeper into past secrets, family trauma, and a web of lies that connects everything back to their old school. This series keeps you guessing who the killer is until the very last second. It has a 7.3 on IMDb, and it definitely divided opinions. Some people love it for the final twist, which is completely unexpected. Others feel it gets too soap opera-like and melodramatic. We think that if you like twisted thrillers where no one can be trusted, it's worth watching. The last 20 minutes of the finale will blow your mind. Number 8. School Spirits, Season 3. From the very first season, the series follows Maddie Mears, a teenager who suddenly finds herself trapped as a ghost in her own high school. Alongside other students who also died there over the decades, Maddie tries to figure out who killed her while navigating life after death in a school limbo. It's basically a murder mystery mixed with teen drama, but from beyond the grave. This third season continues with Maddie facing the dangerous mystery behind Split River High School in order to save her best friend, who could be lost forever. The previous season ended with brutal cliffhangers, and now the series promises to resolve those threads while introducing new twists. Seasons 1 and 2 have 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. The series is charming, has solid twists, and Peyton's performance as Maddie is strong. If you like supernatural stories with mystery, Season 3 promises to close several arcs. Number 7. Industry, Season 4. The series follows a group of young graduates who begin working at Pierpoint & Co., an elite investment bank in London. Since Season 1, we've watched Harper, Stern, Yasmin, Robert, and other characters fight to survive in the ruthless world of finance, where drugs, sex, and betrayals are part of everyday life. Over 4 seasons, these characters have grown, fallen, and picked themselves back up in an environment that does not forgive mistakes. This 4th season follows Harper after leaving Pierpoint as she tries to get back into the finance game while the others face the consequences of their decisions. The drama intensifies with new alliances, betrayals, and high-stakes bets that could destroy everything they've built. Season 2 has 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the series is considered one of HBO's best shows right now. It's raw, realistic, and holds nothing back. If you like seeing the dark side of money and power, this one is unmissable. Number 6. Shrinking, Season 3. The series is about Jimmy Laird, a therapist who, after losing his wife, decides to break all the rules of therapy and start telling his patients exactly what he thinks. Over 2 seasons, we've seen how Jimmy, played by Jason Segel, navigates his grief while helping others in very unorthodox ways. Harrison Ford plays Dr. Paul Rhodes, his mentor and colleague, who has Parkinson's and is also dealing with his own demons. This 3rd season explores forgiveness and how the characters move forward after everything they've been through. Jimmy continues pushing boundaries while Paul faces his illness. This series mixes comedy with deep drama about loss and healing. The 1st season has 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's moving, funny, and the performances by Segel and Ford are outstanding. If you're looking for something that makes you laugh and cry at the same time, Season 3 will not disappoint. Number 5. Gangs of London, Season 4. The series follows the power struggles between the criminal gangs that control London. From the very 1st season, we saw how the death of Finn Wallace, the most powerful criminal in the city, unleashed chaos among Albanian, Kurdish, Pakistani, and other organizations. His son Sean Wallace tried to take control, but things became brutally complicated. Across 3 seasons, we've seen extreme violence, bloody betrayals, and alliances that constantly shift. This 4th season was renewed after Season 3 ended with shocking twists, including the deaths of major characters. The series promises to continue exploring London's criminal underworld with new leaders and even more dangerous conflicts. The 1st season has 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the 2nd has 81%. The series is brutally violent and not for sensitive stomachs, but if you like organized crime stories with impressive action, this is one of the best. The fight scenes are insane. Number 4. The Rookie, Season 7. The series follows John Nolan, a man in his 40s who, after helping the police during a robbery, decides to completely change his life and become a police officer with the Los Angeles Police Department. As the oldest rookie in the academy, Nolan faces skepticism and challenges while proving that life experience can be just as valuable as youth. Over 6 seasons, we've watched Nolan grow from a rookie into an experienced officer, facing dangerous cases and building relationships with his coworkers. This 7th season continues, with Nolan now as a veteran officer who trains the next generation of cops while dealing with increasingly complex cases. Nathan Fillion leads the cast with his usual charisma. The series has 68% on Rotten Tomatoes and is popular for being entertaining and accessible. It's not the most innovative police show, but Nathan Fillion makes it worth watching. If you're looking for a reliable police procedural with a strong cast, Season 7 will keep delivering. Number 3. The Night Manager, Season 2. The 1st season introduced us to Jonathan Pine, a hotel night manager and former British soldier who is recruited by intelligence services to infiltrate the inner circle of Richard Roper, a ruthless arms dealer. Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie starred in a brilliant espionage story that won multiple awards, including Golden Globes and Emmys. Season 1 was acclaimed as a masterpiece of the spy thriller genre. This second season, arriving 10 years later, follows Pine living under a new identity as a low-level MI6 officer. But when he encounters an old mercenary connected to Roper, he is dragged into a new dangerous mission in Colombia, where he must infiltrate another arms trafficking operation that threatens to destabilize the entire country. The first season has 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's elegant, tense, and the performances are top tier. Hiddleston and Olivia Colman return for this second season, which promises to live up to the original. If you missed the first one, now is the perfect time to catch up, because this is television of the highest quality. Number 2. The Pitt, Season 2. The series follows Dr. Michael Robbie Rabinovich, played by Noah Weil, who works in the emergency department of a hospital in Pittsburgh. Each episode covers 1 hour in real time during a 15-hour shift, showing the chaos, pressure, and life-or-death decisions faced by doctors, nurses, and residents. The first season showed Robbie dealing with the trauma of losing his mentor during the pandemic, while training new doctors in the middle of a healthcare system crisis. This second season continues with the real-time format and introduces new medical, ethical, and personal challenges for the entire hospital team. The series holds nothing back in showing the brutal reality of working in emergency medicine. The first season was praised by medical professionals for its impressive realism and won 5 Emmy Awards, including Best Drama Series. Noah Weil is incredible in the lead role. If you liked ER or are looking for a medical drama that is genuinely realistic and intense, this second season is unmissable. It's some of the best work HBO Max has done. Number 1. Bridgerton, Season 4. The series follows the Bridgerton family in Regency-era England, where each season focuses on the romance of one of the siblings. We've seen Daphne fall in love with the Duke of Hastings, Anthony marry Kate, and Colin finally end up with Penelope. The show blends romance, drama, scandals, and the mysterious gossip column of Lady Whistledown, who knows everything about London high society. This fourth season centers on Benedict Bridgerton, the family's bohemian artist, who meets Sophie Beck, a servant disguised as the Lady in Silver at his mother's masquerade ball. It's a Cinderella-style story with a twist. Benedict falls in love with her without knowing her true identity. For the first time, the season explores a romance that crosses class boundaries, something the series has never done before. The series is a global Netflix phenomenon, and every season breaks viewership records. It's visually stunning, the performances are solid, and if you enjoy period romances with drama and passion, this fourth season promises to be the most revolutionary yet. Period. No debate. And there you have it, the 13 most important series of January 2026. From thrillers that keep you awake to dramas that make you feel, this month brings options for every taste. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming content. See you in the next video, and enjoy these series. Until next time.
I can hear the sound.